morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who watches us. So, this is the podcast of our group consisting me, Kyle Andre Tapios,
And I'm JL Moica.
and our group mate Joel Bolado, who's gonna be our editor for our today's video. So now for our today's video, our topic is all about cramming. So let me read the definition of cramming. So cramming is essentially trying to stuff a load of information in a short time, or doing an assigned work in a short period of time. So most likely student like us and who are watches our video, we experience cramming. So sometimes our teacher and our professor, or so somebody who teaches us, give us and suddenly give us an exam. So most likely we need to review or to cram so we can get a high or passing score in our exams. So this is why we made this video for us who sometimes who cram, or or who those who watches us. So here's the so we have 6 questions here about cramming. So in our first question, when you hear the word cramming, what comes to your mind first? So let us, my classmate Gail, answer our question.
To try to learn a lot very quickly before exam.
So JL, he said that. So when the first word, when he hear the word cramming, he said that he to try to learn a lot in a very short or quickly before the exam. So well, that definitely that is right. And for me, if I'm gonna answer this question, when I hear the word cramming, the, the, the thing that comes to my mind is trying to load a very big or a short in a very big or short of information in our brain in a quickly very time. So our answers are pretty similar. So yeah, next question. So our second question, which is, does cramming help or not?
Yes, cramming can allow you to take in enough information for the exam.
So cramming, so meaning cramming is helpful or not?
Helpful.
Helpful. So cramming. So my friend Jay here said cramming is very helpful. Helpful. Now for me, cramming does help or not? For my answer is not. Why? Because sometimes in cramming it can cause stress to our mind. So sometimes because of that stress or anxiety in our mind, sometimes we tend to forget what we need to learn or what we need to understand. So let's proceed to our third question. So what do you think are the negative effects of cramming?
The negative effect of cramming is increases stress level and can lead to panic and anxiety.
Okay, Panyo.
The negative effect of the cramming is increases stress levels and can lead to panic and anxiety.
All right, so my friend said that anxiety is the negative effects of anxiety. So for me, what is the negative effect of anxiety? Which is it can cause too much stress to our mind. So sometimes we forget the information that we learned from cramming, or sometimes we tend to lose or having a mental block when we take our exams. So now let's proceed to our fourth question. So what do you think is the positive effect of cramming? So you're gonna answer first.
The positive effect of
Okay, gonna.
The positive effect of cramming is allow you to remember information in the short term.
Oh, so meaning the so what you said is to allow you to
Remember
remember.
information in the short term.
Oh, so that's what you think. So for me, what I think is the positive effect of cramming is to load is to efficiency to load information in a very short time, because sometimes we had sometimes cramming is very unavoidable. So because sometimes our, like what I said in our intro, sometimes our professor or teachers they give us suddenly an exam. So, let us now proceed in our fifth question. So our fifth question is, if it is unavoidable, how can you cram effectively? So
Is to reduce the distraction so that you can concentrate on what you are doing.
so most likely is to concentrate what we are doing so we can cram effectively. So for me, if I am gonna if I am gonna answer the question, for me is, is to make a study schedule, because making the schedule is very effective, because we cannot study in 2 hours for straight. We need to rest ourselves, because sometimes studying is very exhausting. Well, for me, sometimes I tend to be to laze around, or to or to slack off when I'm studying. So sometimes I tend to get distracted. So most likely we need to take a breaks. So we cannot. So what I said from earlier, we 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 we, we must not study in 2 hours straight. So we need to set a schedule. So if you're gonna study, so make it 30 minutes or 1 hour, then rest, then study again. That's how we do the study schedule. So now let's proceed to our last question. So in your opinion, how can you avoid cramming?
In my opinion, I will take advantage of the time when I am most productive so I can study before exam.
So that's what he said. So for me, in my opinion, if I'm gonna answer the question, we can avoid cramming by organizing our time management. Because sometimes we tend to be slacking off or lazing around, because because we don't have motivation to do some work. So 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 we can avoid cramming by selecting the time that we are most productive. So just like what he said, in summary, cramming is essentially trying to stuff a load of information in a short time. Cramming allows you to remember information in a short term and enable you to take in enough information before the exam. However, this may mean that you'll have no lasting knowledge, and you won't develop any deep understanding of the information. You can also cram effectively by gathering all the materials needed before the exam, focusing only the main topic and keywords, minimize all distraction, and setting a timer to know how long will you cram before exam. We can also avoid cramming by creating a study schedule, minimize distraction when studying, learning how to study smart by understanding the lesson, not memorizing it only. Enhance your notes by jotting down the important information or keywords, and sleep regularly. Answer. So this is the video of our podcast for now, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Body and an icon.